Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me as we are about to start off our journey with Wachumeqimeqi, and I decided we'll go ahead and do the juice one with alchemy and culinarian. Blame it on my juice. Xeerol Ja seeks an artisan well-versed in creative concoctions. Might you be Claire, the artisan from Eorzea? My name is Xeerol Ja, and this is my shop. I'm told that you are meticulous when it comes to mixing a variety of concoctions, and to be frank, I am desperate for one of your expertise. Juice is the drink of choice here in Tural, but as I'm sure you've heard from Ropley, business is bad. It wasn't always so. When I first opened my shop, profits were steady and customers were eager for the fresh local juice I offered. I thought running this business would be easy. I may not have exceptional culinary talent, but anyone can squeeze a fruit, right? But now sales are suffering, and some days I spend more on ingredients than I gain in coin. At this rate, I'll be forced to leave Wachumeqimeqi. I know my menu is generic, and with so much competition in the city, it's little wonder that my erstwhile regulars have sought more compelling refreshments. Alas, I lack the skill to make anything but the most basic of juices. Which is why I need a talented artisan such as yourself to assist me in creating the drinks I know will save my business. Alright, let's get to work then. Wonderful. Now before I expound upon the particulars, there is one other I have recruited to my cause. His name is Hanruk, and he is a proficient gatherer. Once we decide upon new recipes, I plan to have him procure in bulk what ingredients we require. Why don't we join him in Bayside Bevy and have our first official meeting as a team? You go on ahead. I'll be along once I've closed up shop. I'm not sure how you can actually close up shop when it's like a stall out in the middle of the street like this. But hey, that's just me. Alright, so this is going to be a series of quests that are directly for Alchemist and Culinarian. I decided to go for this one first because I have a feeling I'm going to be cooking a lot, just so that I can make more meals for myself as I level up all my other jobs, which I do plan on doing eventually. But I figure that this would probably be the quickest, easiest way to go about it. Okay, so... Oh, it's a moblin! Wasn't expecting a moblin. What business has a lowlander with Hanruk? Yeah, we're working together now, buddy. Ah yes, the Juicy Mix project. As a professional stuff seeker, Hanruk has agreed to do the finding of Tasty Fresh. What of it? Juicekeep wants to trade tongue flaps? The mere thought makes Hanruk sleepy dull. What a pointless busy task. Not very social, are you? Apologies for the wait. Now that the whole team's acquainted, I suppose I'll get straight to the point. To improve my shop's financial fortunes, I need your help in creating some original juices. That is to say, juices that promote the health and well-being of each and every Tuliolo resident. While fruit is an excellent source of vitamins, the diverse peoples of this city have unique dietary and nutritional needs. So, using both culinary and alchemical techniques, I plan to offer a variety of refreshments bespoke to citizens of all shapes and sizes. By developing drinks both delicious and singularly nutritious, my customers are sure to remember why they love Xeerol Ja Juicecraft. Besides, the people are still reeling from the recent tragedy, and though healthy beverages may not amount to much, they may yet help lift some spirits. Claire, I trust a professional culinarian like yourself will have no trouble drawing out irresistible flavors from healthy ingredients, yes? Panaloaf. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know what that is anyway. I look forward to tasting your work, Claire. Should you have any questions about our local produce, don't hesitate to ask. As for you, Hanrok, your job comes after we've created a viable recipe and know exactly what ingredients we require. I'm afraid that means you'll have to wait, unless you'd like to participate in recipe creation as well. Your opinion as a moblin would be invaluable, and you would, of course, be compensated in addition to your gatherer's fee. No, Hanrok has no deep thoughts on Juicy Mix. Oh, alright then. In any case, let's head back to the shop, shall we? There's work to be done. Don't know what's with Hanrok, but hey. Alright, so we are going to be making a bunch of juices that's going to be healthy and nutritious for the many peoples of Tuliolo. That's what I picked up from that anyway. I want to reiterate how deeply grateful I am for your assistance. Together, let us make juice Tuliolo can be proud of, and profits that will save my shop. Alright, so that's just us unlocking this quest series. Okay. Mon Cherimoya. For our first juice, I like to try mixing up a blend for my fellow Mamuja. Tuliolo gets far more sunlight than our native land, so we find ourselves prone to dry, itchy scales. It can be sheer torture some days. Luckily, the Cherimoya fruit harvested from Upupacha may offer a solution. According to Pelu Pelu merchants, regular consumption does wonders for dry skin. The only complication is that, in appearance and texture, Cherimoya very much resembles Mamuja's scales, hard to garner appetite for something that looks like a piece of your body. If it were any other fruits, I think to extract the liquid from within, but not only is most of Cherimoya's flavor kept in its pulp, its nutrients as well. Perhaps you can find a way around this conundrum, Claire. See if you can't make a Cherimoya juice both healing and appetizing to Mamuja. Now I'm afraid I don't keep Cherimoya on hand. The sight alone is enough to make me queasy, but I've seen it for sale in Bayside Bevy. We'll be testing for flavor and efficiency both, so make a big batch if you can. 6 classes or so. Thank you and good luck. Okay. Okay, we gotta undertake deliveries. And raising our esteem. Help us turn the business around. Items with higher collectability result in greater rewards. Okay. Ooh. Did not mean to do that. Okay, juice. So we need 6 of those. Where's the recipe? Oh, no, not those. No class. Side quest. Here it is. Okay, coconut milk, Cherimoya, and Buchanan sap. So I think I have the sap. I might have to go and get some coconut milk. Where's the Cherimoya? I'll be right back once I figure everything out. Okay, I'm back. So that took a little while of looking around, but I did manage to find the Cherimoya that we needed. If you come right on over here, And as you can see, I ended up getting... I made the coconut milk, and I got the Birkin sap and everything. And you need 6 coconuts for the coconut milk. That was tricky to get, surprisingly tricky to get. And everything is good to go on that front. Anyway, the cherimoya is from the independent merchant here. And you just need 2 of each, so that's 12 altogether. I went ahead and already made a bunch. So this is just going to be me making it really quick. Yeah, if you go ahead and get high quality coconut milk, or if you go ahead and make some yourself, it really wasn't hard, then it's a lot easier getting the quality all the way up. Alright, so we should already have all 6 that we need. Yeah, it was pretty tricky trying to figure out where you get the cherimoya. At first I thought that we had to go out and gather it, but that's not the case. And then I tried looking up on the market board. That wasn't helpful. But yeah, like finally I thought to go ahead and ask like some of the like merchants in town just out of sheer dumb luck, and I ended up going right past her, didn't I? But yes, we ended up getting all 6 that we need. And delicious, nutritious cherimoya juice that Mamuja can not only stomach but delight it. I'm sure you'll come up with something. I honestly wished you had thought to tell me exactly where the cherimoya was. That was surprisingly difficult. And... yeah, why not? This consistency, this aroma. Why, it's so sweet I'm tempted to steal a sip right away. Okay, we've begun to earn her trust. There should be a cutscene. Yep. I think we have enough to begin our tasting. It all looks and smells marvelous anyway. As we fashion this drink with Mamuja in mind, allow me to be the first to try it. Exquisite! Thick with the cherimoya's signature sweetness and aroma, yet utterly smooth in texture. No one would ever guess this juice came from a fruit so wholly unappetizing in appearance. Yes, I can safely say that no Mamuja could find qualms with this beverage. I myself would happily drink it daily, and with its nutritional benefits, peeling scales may become a thing of the past. Please, Claire, you simply must tell me how you made this. So that's the trick. I see. I'll pin a proper recipe later so I won't forget. Fortunately, it sounds like one that even I could manage. Can I interest you in a glass, Hanurak? I love to hear what moblins think of cherimoya's flavor. Busy task is waiting, Juicekeep. Hanurak has no time for taste sipping. Jeez, what's with him? Did I offend him? Pay me no mind, Claire. Sometimes I get caught up thinking, well, I just wonder how I might have done better. I know I shouldn't pester him about it. The juice you made is just so lovely, In any case, I'd say your prototype passes muster. Our menu has its first new item. I'll have to peel a lot of cherimoya, but I will keep the happiness of my newly moisturized skin at the forefront of my mind. I'll consider what sort of juice I like to make next, so perhaps you could familiarize yourself with our local agriculture in the meantime, and if you ever find yourself in need of a refreshing beverage, you know where to look. You know, I suddenly want some juice now. I really do. Alright, so that's the first quest down with a Mamuja moisturizer. Not the best nickname I've ever heard. Let's go ahead and take on the next quest, a drink for every mobby. Customers have spoken and Xeerol Ja can't wait to tell you about it. Claire, about your cherimoya juice. Our customers can't get enough. What's more, all the fashionable Mamuja have taken to calling it smooth scale juice. Frankly, I've had so many orders that I've grown completely indifferent towards handling cherimoya. As far as I'm concerned, it's a fruit like any other. Now I say we keep our momentum and move on to concocting our next prototype. For this one, I like to address the health concerns of moblins. Among those who live in Tural, many work as gatherers, traveling long distances while bearing big, heavy packs. A drink that elevates fatigue may do wonders for them. The problem is, the moblin palate is somewhat unfathomable to other people. Their flavored rot tea, for instance, smells like, well, not like something I would prefer to drink. I worry that a similarly pungent beverage may result in the immediate cessation of business for Xeerol Ja Juicecraft. So instead, I'd like to try our luck with fermented aloe. Its scent is striking yet fruity, and I suspect it would satisfy the moblin's preference for strong flavors without alienating the rest of my clientele. All that remains is to add an ingredient fit for soothing sore muscles. That much I can leave to you, I hope. Excellent, and about Hanrak. I know I wasn't able to convince him last time, but his option as a moblin is absolutely necessary for this drink. You must make this juice so astringently aromatic that even he'll want to sip. I'm glad I can count on you. Let's have some delicious fermented aloe juice waiting for Hanrak once he gets back from his gathering. Alright, so let's check out the recipes here. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the recipe. Okay, I think I already have some of this stuff. Alright, I'll be back in just a moment once I go ahead and gather everything I need. Alright, I'm back. So I already went ahead and made a couple of them already. And it really is so much easier when you can actually craft the high quality items. Makes the quality so much easier to get. Yeah, so I did have to go out and collect the aloe really quick. That wasn't too difficult. And just finish up with this. I think this should be the last one. I mean, I'm not too sure about how I feel about tomatoes, like, in juice. But then again, tomato is a fruit, isn't it? So, I guess we can all make it work somehow. We need a soothing refreshment fit for a moblin, particularly one enticing enough to elect our friend's help. I got so much stuff here. Yes, go ahead. Goodness gracious, that is an overpowering scent. If this doesn't please our moblin customers, I shudder to imagine what will. At least it looks good. This is a remarkable beverage. I applaud your addition of tomato. Not only does it offer ample nutrition, but its flavors meet the fermented aloe upon the fine line of deliciousness and danger. Yeah, I mean, it sounds kind of weird to me. I'm sure our local moblins would flock to this flavor, but well, Hanorok. What incredible aroma is Hanorok's sniffs catching? Well, it's got his attention at least. Oh, this? Just a blend of fermented aloe juice that Claire was kind enough to make. You've been working so hard gathering our cherimoya that I wanted to be sure our next drink was one that could elevate your daily fatigue, considered a token of our appreciation. Appreciation? For Hanorok? Boundless appreciation, not just from us, but our customers too. Our offerings may yet be limited, but if the three of us work together, we're sure to have the whole city singing praises of our juice, made possible only by your prestigious gathering. To that end, I hope you will do me the honor of sharing your opinion on this one. Hanorok will take Juicy Mix for the home road. Proper good mobbies never bare face in public. How wonderful! I can't wait to hear what he thinks. Juicekeep is concerned about Mamuja's skin peels and now Moppy pain aches. Is Juicy Keep trying to become a juice doctor? Doctor, no. I once hoped to become a chirurgeon, however. Chirurgeons must be both expertly versed in the medicinal properties of flora and highly proficient in healing magics. We of the Bonoa clan are magically talented by nature, so my father was able to excel as a chirurgeon in the city. His diverse knowledge saved the lives of many. As his daughter, I once dreamed of following in his footsteps. So Juicekeep studied fruit health and body breaks? I do have some knowledge of nutrition and physiologically, but it's of little consequence. I no longer have aspirations to become anything more than a mixer of juice. Anyway, I look forward to hearing what you think of that one. Dribbly drool for the tasty smell is already filling up Mobby Mask. Okay, so we're starting to see hints of a bigger story here. Find it odd saw that she once wanted to become a chirurgeon, but decided on juice, so I'm sure we'll find out about that. Hello everybody, welcome back, and this is going to be us taking on the next quest at 95, Hanorok the Help Hand. Glad to see you, Claire. I wish I could share the consensus of our last drink, but Hanorok hasn't been back. And yet, oddly enough, my shop has had an influx of other moblings, clamoring for fermented aloe juice. I hardly know what to think. I think it's pretty obvious. Claire, Xeerol Ja. Hanorok? Aloe Rot Juicy Mix is delicious, incredibly flavor tough. One sip and Hanorok's sluggy feels melted away. Heavy pack is now airy light. Most days, Hanorok's parents are all achy backs and grumbly words, but after sip drinking tasty aloe rot, they are happy mobbies both. Now we tell every mobby to slurp Xeerol Ja's juicy mix. So you're to thank for all those customers. I'm glad to hear your parents are among those who benefited from our drink. Stuff Seeky is a solitary job. No one notices Hanorok's sweat work, and no one smiles for Hanorok's bring finds. Bit mobby friends, fine fellows, grumpy parents, everyone jump skips for juicy mix. Hanorok wants to make more jump skipping, wants to help make more juicy mix. Seems your concoction healed not only his aching back, but his aching soul as well. Well then, now that our team is united, I say we move on to our next drink, a beverage for Hanu Hanu. I understand their diet consists mainly of reeds, which are beyond the purview of your average fruit stand. But if we can determine how reeds benefit their health, we might craft a comparable juice. You visited the Hanu Hanu in Kozumauka, haven't you, Claire? Did you learn anything about their diets while you were there? Well, they eat reeds. And more reeds. Reeds seem to rejuvenate them, body and soul? I guess? The reeds replenish their, energies? I see. Then a fruit rich in magical energies may be just what we need. What about sparkle shiny Jatika bananas and yak Tural? Hanorok has a feather friend who says bananas are a Hanu Hanu favorite. I did not know that. Oh, you mean Najul. That's a marvelous suggestion. Yak Tural has forests rich in magical energies, so its fruit must be as well, and if your friend vouches for it, all the better. So long as we ensure that one glass of juice is as satisfying as a meal of reeds, our Hanu Hanu customers will want for nothing. Knowing your talents, Claire, I'm sure you can make that happen. You always do. Alright, so we need to make a juice from bananas. How hard can that be? And luckily for me, I managed to go ahead and gather a handful of ingredients. Yeah, my rotation is pretty simple, but I find that it's surprisingly effective. Alright, so... yeah, and you can go ahead and gather up the bananas, no problem, with a botanist class. As for the branch bearer fruit, it actually took me a little while to figure this out where you get it because I couldn't find it on the gathering list. Turns out that there are creatures known as the branch bearers, like all the way out in Tural, just outside of Mamujat, just outside of Mamuk, and you just have to go ahead and kill a few of those and they go ahead and give you the fruit. So, not sure exactly how that works. But let's go ahead and just skip ahead just a little bit. Alright, turn these in. Our first creation as a real team. We'll need Jatika bananas in this juice. For the rest I leave to your discretion. Goodness gracious, this juice is thick, and what an aroma! Thank you, Claire. This should be all we need. Let's have one of our Hanu customers sample it for us. Why is it green? So this is the Jatika juice you spoke of, full of energies, is it? And as for its taste... what a flavor! Rich and invigorating. Why, I feel as though I've just gulped down a beakful of reeds. I hope you'll make it a permanent addition to your menu. My friends will want a taste of this. Power juice is a success. Claire has a deft, handy arm. When thought made together, our juicy mixes are unstoppable. Here, your suggestion was invaluable for this one, Hanurak. And for my part, it's been a delight to put my old studies to use in a tangible way. Hanurak doesn't understand. Xeerol Ja has good things knowings, so why not follow Gold Dream and be a Chirurgeon? Because I'm not good enough, that's why. It's a private matter I'd rather not speak of, alright? Let's focus instead on our next juice. I've got something tricky in mind, a real challenge. Hanurak still doesn't understand, but will not press pry. Yeah, you could tell, like, she really doesn't like talking about... This is probably a very sensitive subject for her. Alright, so once we complete the level 95 quest, once we reach the halfway point, we get a special quest in between. So far, all of our new menu items are proving popular. My sales are recovering already. But considering the population of Tuliolo, our greatest challenge yet lies ahead of us. It's the Pelu Pelu. I want to make a juice for them, but they're formidable beverage brewers themselves. I'm not sure what I could offer to compete with their mate, coffee, and mezcal. Mate in particular is renowned for its health benefits, which may explain why I've never heard of chronic ailments affecting them. Pelu Pelu drinks are also flavor strong, like tasty punch for mouth. If the Pelu Pelu have their own health and hydration well in hand, all the better. But if some problem is being overlooked, I like to help discover a solution. To that end, I was hoping you two could join me on a trip to Ukupacha. Anuruk will sniff out the Pelu Pelu's problems. That way, Xeerol Ja can solve them with her juicy mix. Thank you. Go on ahead and start asking around, and I'll be along after I close up shop. Anuruk will see Claire and Wachumeqimeqi. So we're going to be heading off to Ukupacha. Not really sure what we actually can make here. I'm sure we'll find something. Anuruk is relieved to see Claire did not get wanderlost. Pelu Pelu are renowned drink shakers and brew dippers, but are they of pure health? Anuruk and Claire will trade tongue flaps with the locals to find out. Tell Xeerol Ja when she arrives. Okay. You want to learn about the drinks we brew? Say no more. I could talk endlessly about our coffee. Our coffee plants are native to an island off the southeastern coast of Tural. When our predecessors had their first taste of the drink, they became infatuated with its scent, its taste, and the fact that it kept them unbelievably focused. They didn't hesitate to ship cuttings home for cultivation. Luckily, those plants took well to the soil here, but the coffee they yield tastes completely different. Isn't that something? As it turns out, climate has a profound effect on the balance of acidity, richness, and bitterness of a bean. Makes me eager to try growing these plants in a variety of places just to see how the flavor changes. Alright, so... Okay, jump through there. Okay, here we go. Mezcal, you say? It's a liquor distilled from the juice of agre leaves. They say a traveling merchant brought the distillation method to Ukupacha after learning it in Tural. Needless to say, our livelihood has never been the same. Right, and I'm guessing that the third person is going to talk about the mate leaves. Sure, I'm happy to tell you about our famous beverages. Mate in particular is of great importance to our community. I saw that coming. Only certain crops can grow at high altitudes, so for a time our diet was deeply unbalanced. But once we started growing and drinking mate, our health woes went away, and it's all the nutrients we'll ever need. I never go a day without it myself. Well, seems that their drinks restrictions are pretty basic. Okay, it seems like their drinks are pretty restricted, but it sounds like they already have what they need. Sorry I'm late, Claire. Have you and Hanaruk discovered anything? Some fascinating points. The Pelu Pelu's most popular beverages are not without their history, I see. If only this gave me answers instead of more questions. What could I possibly offer in juice that the Pelu Pelu don't already have? Maybe stronger flavors? Wonder what Hanaruk managed to glean. Let's go and meet up with him. Claire, Xeerol Ja, this Pelu Pelu is all weary bushed. What can we do to Hanland? Oh, my head. It feels like it's in a vice. I think I recognize these symptoms. I'm fine, miss. Spot of mate will have me on my feet in no time. He's drunk. Could you wait here a moment? I'll be back with the beverage this gentleman actually needs. Oh, I feel so much better. What in the world was that cold, crisp refreshment you gave me? Surely you recognize the taste of water. If you're going to drink that too much, you need to hydrate properly. Mate may be good for you, but it can't cure all ills. And for the ills it can't... Just as you say, Doctor. Much obliged for the remedy. I'm not a doctor. But Hanaruk thinks so. Xeerol Ja's curve find in healthcare for that drunk was perfect. A sharp skilled as a professional. Xeerol Ja should be a doctor. Should be a chirurgeon. Xeerol Ja is good enough. Perhaps when it comes to book knowledge. But a chirurgeon must also be proficient in the arcane arts, for which my aptitude is abysmal. I was born into a clan valued for their magics, but I possess close to none. Can you imagine how my family reacted when they discovered how utterly incapable I am? What use is a Bonawa who can't use magic? I was a failure before I even started. Defective. Not true. Xeerol Ja makes juicy mixes that bring great happy feels to many people. Xeerol Ja isn't useless or a failure or defective. You're kind to say such things, but they don't change the reality that I lost my dreams to my own deficiencies. I'm sorry, but all this talk of the past is... I think I need some time to myself. Aww. Xeerol Ja lost her dreams? Hanaruk needs to think. Hanaruk needs to tongue flap. Come, Claire. That's sad. I mean, I think we all feel like that at some point. I mean, my family was so disappointed that I didn't want to go into medicine when I was younger, but fact of the matter is, I can't stand the sight of blood. I don't mind it in like movies or games because I know it's not real. But like there is no way I could actually go into any kind of like medicine if I had to look at blood. Oh, the looks on their faces.
Hanara can tell he gave Xeerol Ja hurty feels with his blunt words. But even without magic might, Xeerol Ja still sweat works every day to give people healthy drinks. Hanara thinks Xeerol Ja is a juicy mix hero.
Juicy mix hero?
Now it's our turn to make a special juicy mix, ones that ease calms the heart. One sip and Xeerol Ja will feel happy proud again. Luckily, Hanara has just the thing for drink blending. Kukuru pods. Kukuru pods are usually picked for the beans inside, but today we make no chocolate. Today we squeeze the pods for juicy pulp.
Can you really do that in real life, I wonder?
Kukuru pulp juice. Tasty in name, gooey in texture. Make a best good glass for Xeerol Ja and deliver it directly. Hanarok has plenty of kukuru pods, so if Claire pour mixes, just truth tell.
Man, I feel like I was speaking in tongue twister there. Okay, so pulp juice. So next up is the prickly pear juice and the bonawa soda. Not sure what that means, but this shouldn't be hard. Okay, so reflect. It's not two. Then we just do a few rounds of delicate synthesis. Moderation. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and find her right up here. What's that sweet smell? You made this for me. That's very kind. I'm happy to have a taste. Tangy, sweet, and a consistent, reassuring texture. Very soothing drink. Did Xeerol Ja try the juicy mix? It was lovely, thank you. What's in it, if I may ask? The juicy pulp of kukuru pods. Really? I'm shocked I haven't heard of such a juice in Tuliolo. You think something this tasty would warrant more popularity? And kukuru beans sell for much jingly shine, but kukuru pods have heavy bulk, so stuff seekers often take the beans and leave the rest. That makes sense. The kukuru pod's value lies in the beans it carries, after all. But kukuru beans can't make this tasty, fresh, juicy mix. The way Hanurok sees it, the whole pod is worthy good, just as it is. Xeerol Ja may not become a Kyrujan, but she is already a master juice keep. Her family should pride seed her accomplishments, magic or no magic. Think of how far Xeerol Ja's Juicecraft has come. You can't give up now.
You're right. You're both right. All this time I thought my dreams of becoming a healer had come to naught, and I blame myself for it. But I watch Mamuja and Moblins and Hanu Hanu drink my juice and they tell me that it helped them in some small way. Being a Bonawa who can't use magic feels humiliating. I'm sure it still will for some time yet. But your faith in me makes me want to keep trying. Thank you both for steering me true. Now I'm afraid my personal detour has cost us no little time. Let's return to Tuliolo and revisit what clues we gleaned regarding the Pelu Pelu.
You know, that was really sweet of him. You know, who would have thought? Like, I don't know if you can actually use the pods to make like a juice in real life, but you know, that's just him saying that, you know, it's not just the beans that make those pods valuable. Like, everything about the pods themselves can be a good thing if you know how to use them right. So that's basically what he's saying. It's like, she's far more than her ability of being able to use magic or not. Like, she's good enough without it, is basically what he's saying. That's really sweet of him. Who would have thought?
Xeerol Ja's spirits seem airy light thanks to Hanarak's juicy pulp, yes?
Yes, indeed.
Back safe and sound. Thank you again for accompanying me. That drunk fellow made me realize there are in fact some ailments for which the Pelu Pelu's current diet lacks a solution. Once I research the matter further, I'll be in touch. As the proud owner of Xeerol Ja Juicecraft, I can see my path clearly now. I won't let you or my customers down.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next quest. Alright, sorry about that. Had to take a quick detour, but we're back.
Okay, good hydration. Xeerol Ja is ready to bring another juice to fruition. Perfect timing, Claire. I've got a plan for the Pelu Pelu prototype. Do you have a moment to spare? Recall that fellow in Wachumeqimeqi who was out of sorts after overindulging in mezcal? You see it all the time in Tuliolo, Pelu Pelu merchants sharing a bottle or two, and then those who can't help but drink their better sense away. Water is a foolproof companion to alcohol, but perhaps we might offer a juice that addresses the headaches and nausea come the following day.
I figured as much.
A remedy for sick feels is sure to appeal to tipsy Pelu Pelu, but what ingredients would we need for the crafty making? In addition to the hydration water provides, certain vitamins and minerals may prove essential in relieving symptoms. The tunas found in Shaloni, for instance, are brimming with nutrients. Tunas? But you're from across the salt, aren't you? Forgive me, sometimes I forget. When I say tunas, I meant the fruits of our pathotenders. I trust you saw a few of those little cacti scurrying about when you went to Shaloni?
Ah, okay, so she's talking about like those red flowers, I think. Glad we didn't lose you to Jacques Tural. There are so many wonders to be had up there. I wouldn't have been surprised if my little juice stand slipped your mind entirely. But I digress. I heard from a native Yakturali that No pat tenders, tunas, provide just the sort of relief we're looking for. Apparently some people up north eat tunas for breakfast after a long night of drinking, a natural cure to the after effects of alcohol. By using these fruits in our next juice, we might offer the pelu pelu just the cure they need.
What a cure drink for achy brain case. With a cure drink for achy brain cases, Pelu Pelu can drink drunk without worry.
Yeah, that might be a bad idea.
I have every faith in your skill, Claire. Blend us a batch of juice made from the tunas of nopal tenders and add whatever you think might ease the achy brain case of a Pelu Pelu. In the meantime, I'll be hard at work selling the juices we've made together. Let me know when you have a sample ready.
And why is it red? Oh, I see. Forgot to switch back to Culinarian. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch to 4. Right, in case you're wondering, the tunas are kind of like the red flower fruit things that you see on those weird looking cactars way up north. So you can just go ahead and head out to kill a few of those. That's really not such a problem. The beans you actually gather... Where can you gather them? I think in Tural. I can't remember for sure. But it's probably easier just to go get them from the market board anyway. So, okay, so we got one down. I will skip ahead. Okay, so that's all 6 of them. Extract the juice from nopal tender tunas, or would you prefer I call them prickly pears, and feel free to add vitamins and minerals as you see fit. Not sure where they came up with the term of tuna. Alright, go ahead. You can tell by scent alone that our Pelu Pelu customers will be thrilled. Now Ropley has agreed to be our taster. Let me go and fetch him. A juice blend bespoke to the Pelu Pelu palate. Don't mind if I do. Well, clip my wool and call me an alpaca. This is delicious, intensely sweet yet satisfying to swallow. I'm so glad. It's meant to be a morning drink, specifically after a night of reverie. A relief for the miladies of merriment. Now that's a sublime idea. I wager even folks from across the salt are no strangers to such illnesses. Clearly you've never been to Limsa Lominsa. I myself enjoy a good drink for both business and pleasure, but I always dread the blinding headaches and discomfort the next day. Same goes for plenty of Pelu Pelu, so a beverage that offers succor to the more enthusiastic of our number is a godsend indeed. Thank you. Your creation shows us a kindness that has me eager to test out its efficiency at once. Whose juice do I have to mix to get an invitation? A fellow reveler, I take it. Then allow me to extend to you an invitation as soon as the next opportunity presents itself. When your rent began drying up, I couldn't help but worry, but I am happy to see that Xeerol Ja Juicecraft is flourishing here in Wachumeqimeqi. I'm deeply sorry about the late payments, but as you can see, my financial situation has improved significantly thanks to Claire's help in expanding my menu. Given our diverse selection of drinks, I was hoping we might hold a tasting party in the city sometime. My gesture of thanks to the community and contrition for all the times I failed to be timely with my rent. Oh, I think we all know that feeling. Be honest, you're just as eager for folks to taste your creations, aren't you? You're right. I'm proud of our work, and I like the city to taste the fruits of our labor. That's the spirit. I'll make the arrangements.
Sippy party will need lots of juicy mix, and for lots of juicy mix we'll need lots of mixy bits. Hadarok will stuff seek until his pack is bursting.
Tasting party of our very own. I can hardly wait. Oh, there's so much to do. But leave the planning to me. I'll be in touch with the details very soon. I really want some juice now. Wonder if we get juice as a reward once we're all done here. Alright, so there's only one quest left? Oh boy. This is going to be fun. 3 cheers for sweet juice, but be right back in just a moment. Hi everyone, welcome back. So we are now at level 100 for Culinarian. I managed to finally find some new clothes for Claire. And we're taking on the final quest here for 3 cheers for sweet juice. So we're about to have our tasting party then. Claire, I'm glad to see you. The date for the tasting has been decided, and I'm fluster running with busy tasks, as Hadarok might say. But you'll never believe the venue. FFXIV. That such an illustrious establishment agreed to host us is beyond an honor. You just see it now, our customers, juice in hand, strolling the beach and taking in the view. Let's make sure everyone has a wonderful time. I've done my best to make all the necessary preparations, but there's just one last thing. Your skillful blend-in inspired me to create a new beverage for the event, but it's not going as well as I'd hoped. The plan was to add Tural herbs and spices to Eversense water for a crisp and bubbly refreshment. Sounds nice, doesn't it? I call it Bonawa Soda, but something about it feels unfinished. More than anything, I'd like to have it ready in time for our tasting. Could I borrow your expertise once more, Claire? Wonderful. In the meantime, I'll iron out the last few details of our event.
You'll need my special Tural spice blend for the soda. Feel free to take more from the counter if you run out. I've asked so much of you, Claire, but if we can make this tasting a success, Xeerol Ja Juicecraft should be able to stand on its own. Oh, spy crate? Okay, so I guess we just look here. You should have all the spice you need to make Monoa soda. If you run out, feel free to take more. Alright. So this shouldn't be hard, at least I hope not. Okay, so we should be good on quality. Yep. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it! Alright. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Were you able to finish the Bonawa soda? Not sure if that really counts as a soda or juice. Huh. That sparkle, that translucent. Oh, Claire, it's perfect. My special guests are bound to delight in it. Hee. Everything should be settled on my end. Hanarok will be arriving soon, so let's head down to the venue together. Oh, I'm getting nervous. Friends and neighbors, thank you for coming. I hereby announce the commencement of Xeerol Ja's Juicecraft juice tasting. Our beverages offer a wide range of flavors and health benefits, and they are all available free of charge. If you like what you taste, be sure to tell your friends about Xeerol Ja's Juicecraft. But for now, relax, be merry, and drink to your heart's content. This juice fills my beak with joy. Why, I dare say that any homesick Hanu would benefit from such an energizing beverage. The next time my associates and I go drinking, perhaps we'll stop by Xeerol Ja's Juicecraft for prickly pear juice. Something this sweet would make the perfect nightcap. Says here the one I just drank was cherimoya juice. Could've fooled me, but if it cures my itchy scales, I'll be a customer for life. Everyone is loving the juicy mix. Now Xeerol Ja will have all the jingly shine she needs to pay her rent.
Today marks a significant moment for my little juice shop. I'd like to raise a glass to the both of you, if I might. Oh, wow. Before you got back, Hanarak, I had Claire whip up a new concoction I call Bonowa Soda. It's the most impressive, actually. It was the most impressive, actually. I gave her a general idea of what I wanted, and she came through for me, just like always. That looks cool. It's energizing herbs and spices pair with Eversense water to create a drink both mild and refreshing, the perfect companion for busy people everywhere. You both are known to travel far and wide, so I wanted to make something that might rejuvenate you and remind you of a friend who will always hope for your health and happiness. Aww. That is so sweet. This drink is for us? After our inaugural toast, I plan to add Bonowa Soda to the menu as the drink that represents Xeerol Ja Juicecraft. Aww. I spent so much time living in shame and doubt, questioning whether or not I was capable of running even a simple juice shop. More than anything, I just wanted to make my family proud. But I realized that bringing health and happiness to my customers is deeply important to me. I want to be proud of my own efforts, even if no one else is. I don't need magics to heal others. I am good enough, just as I am. And I owe that realization to the both of you. Thank you, my friends, from the bottom of my heart.
Hanarak has no need for heart things. Hanarak is a professional, and Xeerol Ja should act like one too.
And I can't tell if he's happy or angry. I was only offering my gratitude as both a friend and a professional. Besides, what was so professional about your behavior at first, No time for taste sipping, you said. No deep thoughts on juicy mix.
Hanarak will never flap such tongues. Hanarak has always been soft smooth and help handy. Slander flaps, slander flaps.
I can't tell with him. I think he's happy. He just doesn't know how to express it in a gentle way. I guess that's it for this. The Juice Festival was a complete success. I've had a constant stream of customers eager to hear more about our offerings.
The name Xeerol Ja Juicecraft has glow frame already. Soon all of Tural will know of juice health.
I suspect this shop will be happily serving juice and Wachumeqimeqi for many, many moons to come. Of course, we have yet to address the needs of all peoples in this nation, but I've learned so much by watching you that I'm ready to mix up new creations on my own. Hope you let me have a sip. I will always be happy to see you, and happier still if you be willing to sample my new creations. Of course, I'll need an ample supply of ingredients to keep up with new demand. If only there were a professional I could rely upon to gather tasty fresh on my behalf.
Hanarak will keep stuff seeking for juicy mix. Xeerol Ja Juicecraft is a good shop. Hanarak will bring back not just tasty fresh, but busy deals and sip seekers too. as Xeerol Ja's personal stuff-seeking professional.
Hanurak, that's very sweet. I hope you've come to find working here worthwhile.
Of course Hanurak has. Juicy Mix is best life. Beside which, Hanurak is happy to handland for Xeerol Ja as a bosom friend.
Bosom friend, what happened to being professional? Well, in whatever capacity it is, your help will be invaluable, Hanurak. I look forward to hearing more of your deep thoughts.
Hanurak will share all his deep thoughts with Juice Friend. Together we'll blend mix the world.
Well, he's got ambition, I'll give him that. Oh, so that was it. You know, that questline was adorable. It really was. Steam contributor. So we're a mixing master. Alright, so I guess that should be it for right now. Worth the squeeze. Claire, people have been talking about my new menu, and I suspect I have you to thank once again. Lately I've been trying to come up with new drink recipes, but Hanurak keeps suggesting the most accurate ingredients. Still, I'm glad to have him as my sounding board. Together we'll strive for a happier, healthier Tuliolo. Well, that's good. Well, I guess that's it for right now. I guess Alchemist and Culinarian are good to go, but you will be seeing me again as we take on the rest of Wachumeqimeqi.